Now he's down in third. He's got to really keep the speed up here now, okay? It is important. It's very important, actually, to get out of this turn, these S-bends here correctly, because you're flat out up to the next long straight. So it really is, guys. It's about keeping very, very smooth around Interlagos. Peter. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It's Interlagos time. Oh, ladies and gents, I love Interlagos. This is number one, as you all know. I'm a huge Ayrton Senna fan. Senna's home, really. Let's admit it. He had his greatest victory here. And guys, if you've never seen it, check out YouTube right now if you can find it. And it's when Senna gets stuck in 5th gear. He's with McLaren and he ends up winning the race. He is the only driver I have ever seen that couldn't get out of the car at the end of a race. And I'm being serious. I maybe there has been someone else, but I haven't seen it. I've never heard of anybody else getting that. He was wrecked, ladies and gentlemen. He was stuck in 5th gear, and believe me, you know, you're going through those short... He had to go through 5th gear through even the 2nd and 3rd gear corners. And he still won the fucking race. The guy is just... Oh, anyway, I better stop going on. My God. I could do a whole episode on Senna. And I actually did a podcast episode on Ayrton Senna, guys, if you want to listen to that. That was one of my first ever episodes, but some of the races he has have been truly the greatest of all time. So it is a special track, Interlagos. We're going to go through it today on the podcast today, guys. We're going to do an usual, our onboard footage, and anybody that's watching on YouTube, you'll obviously be able to join along, right along with me. Anybody listening on Spotify, as you know, it'll only take a minute or two, so you can obviously just hold tight, wait until we finish, or just fast forward a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and we'll be back into the action again. So guys, let's have a look at Formula 1. Now, before we get to anywhere, let's check if there's any news. Well, there's a bit of news. I mean, Verstappen, 16 wins in a season. Jesus Christ. It's a record. It's unreal. It genuinely is. 16 fucking wins. I mean, where does the dominance stop? Where does it stop, guys? Because, I mean, if he has another round like this again next year, wow, he's going to win the championship next year again if it keeps going like this. But did anybody see? Oh, poor old Perez, huh? I'm just watching it on the screen here. In fact, if you're watching with me. But, oh, guys, it's heartbreaking to see what poor old Perez had to do, huh? Poor guy. Jesus. He's such a shit fucking start, and he was in, what was he, in 3rd or 4th, 5th, and then he gets up into, I mean, he genuinely gets up into 1st. He literally was 1st, guys, going into turn 1. When I say 1st, he was about 1st for about 20 minutes, or sorry, 20 milliseconds, right? So, you know, it wasn't long, but you know, and he didn't overbreak anybody, so he could have easily come out of turn 1 in the lead. And when I say overbreak, in other words, he didn't, you know, hit the brake pedal too late and he just did a kamikaze up the inside or the outside. No, he actually did a legit move. So if the Ferrari didn't hit him, he could have easily come out of turn 1 in the inside, because he went along the outside, because turn 1 is a right-hander, but then you've got an immediate left, so he was in a great racing line for turn 2. But look, ifs and buts, maybes and this and that, and if our uncle was our aunt was our uncle, you know, and so like it's just the way it is, Horner insists you can't blame Perez for racing incident in Mexico. Well, look, there was no one really at fault when I look at it, that move. It was just 3 guys going at it, and Perez was just in the wrong place. The wrong place. So look, it's just the way it is. It's just the fucking way it is. So, okay guys, let's check out the track, shall we? So, okie dokie. Now, let me just share the screen with you, ladies and gentlemen, and let's take a look at the Grand Prix track here now. It's such a cool track, guys. It's pretty much one of the I think, don't quote me on this, I think it's the first anti-clockwise track in Formula 1 ever. And it's obviously, there's a lot more now, but it's really cool. Like it's really cool. I mean, it's amazing. I've never been there in real life. It's amazing to play on Formula 1. Now I know it's only a game, but still, you'd be surprised, guys. Like even when PlayStation 1 was out, I was using PlayStation 1. It was at F1 F1 97, and I was even using that to get a rhythm. So I went to Spa in Belgium, and before I went there, I sat for hours on my PlayStation, just going around and around, and it really did give me a great sense of the rhythm of the track. Kind of like, I suppose, a dancer where he knows how fast, he or she knows how quick to go, right? The different moves, yes, but at least they know the pace. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm making sense here, maybe in the dancing world. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm full of crap here. But it really, really does help. Gives you a great idea of the track. It's just fantastic. So, okay, so guys, before we jump into the onboard, which we're going to do now in a second, I want to talk about the most important corner on the track. Now, I think this is a no-brainer. An absolute no-brainer. Turn 12. Now, it technically is the last corner on the track, okay? Because turn 13, 14, 15, yes, they look like corners on the screen here, but they're actually not, guys. They're full speed, flat out, straight down the hill in 13, 14, 15, and into the straight. And so it really does. It comes out of number 12. Now, you could argue that turn 10 is very important too, because if you take a good run out of 10, you're going flat out down into turn 11, down the hill, and then you're going into 12. Now, 12 is uphill. You've got this huge long straight all the way down the main straight, guys, into turn 1, right? You're full speed all the way down. So you've really got to make sure that you come out of turn 12 on it, smooth, good momentum, good speed, carry the speed through turn 12, and you'll carry all that momentum down that main straight, and you should pick up a tiny fraction of time, and especially as well because it's going uphill. Now look, you could also argue that if, let's say, turn 12 you were going downhill out of the corner, that would be important too, but going uphill as well is also it's not doubly important, but it's very, very crucial, guys. They must get out of turn 12 perfectly. They really have to. And I mean, it is a tough track. I think Mercedes are going to be very quick there. That's for sure. No doubt about it. So guys, let's go on. We're going to go on board with one of the Mercedes here now. And let me just put the screen to you there now. Okay. So, like I said, guys, if you're listening on Spotify or audio file, we'll be finishing like within 2 minutes. So, but you can join along with us anyway. So here we go, guys. Down the main straight now, right? He's come out of turn 13. This, and we'll see it at the end of the track, but full speed in 8th. Now he's down in 3rd. He's got to really keep the speed up here now, okay? It is important. It's very important, actually, to get out of this turn, these S-bends here correctly, because you're flat out up to the next long straight. So it really is, guys. It's about keeping very, very smooth around Interlagos. And it's also a bumpy track as well, so you've got to be extra smooth. It's very, very important. So let's keep going. So he's in 3rd. He's got to floor it now coming out of here. Here he goes. Now you see it's a long straight, guys. Get down to fourth. Keep the speed up. Oh, it's such a great fucking track, man. It's one of the best. That's it, third. Keep it in third now. Keep the momentum up. That's it, that's it. He's not the smoothest, I have to say. Now, before we get here, guys, we're nearly at turn 13, the most important part. You see the way he's come out of this right-hander here now, okay? Going through this left-hander, it's downhill. He's flat out coming through here. So you could argue with me that maybe that turn there, we're going back 2 corners, turn 11. I personally don't think so, because you still got the downhill where you can actually gain a little bit of time. But anyway, let's keep going. Flat out. Come on, baby. Now get out of this corner. Get out of it. Come on. So you're down from third gear, guys, all the way up now down, and you're flat out through these next left-handers. And there we go. Boom. Good lap by him. He did lose a little bit of time there. Coming, just being a little unsmooth, you could say. So, yeah, it wasn't the greatest qualifying, but hey, look, that Mercedes car, this is back from 2016, guys, so, like, I wanted to kind of show you one of the better ones to show. So, look, that was still a pretty good lap. We got it on pole anyway. But again, it just goes to show guys, it's a fantastic track. Fantastic track. It's one of the best ones. Ayrton Senna's home track. It's... Jesus. What can you say, huh? What can you fucking say? Good old Senna, boy. Good old Senna. So, guys, prediction time. Now, I was only saying this in... Let me just share the screen with you here again. I was only saying this in my recent episode that, okay, let's have a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. Now, look, we all know Verstappen is the champion. It's sewn up, job done, done deal. No one can take it away from him. However, here's the nice thing. Now, you might have missed the episode last time. I genuinely believe it's going to be very interesting because, number one, I think Mercedes are going to go very, very well at Interlagos. I think it suits their car, the camber. It's there's a lot of up and downhill, guys. Huge amount of that. So it's gonna have to. They're gonna have to be very, very. They're gonna have to just commit really hard with the car. And I think Mercedes have got some momentum here. They won last year here with Russell, so I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I think you're gonna have Hamilton up there, Perez, and I think that Toto Wolff, the German team principal for Mercedes. I think he'd love nothing more than to shove it up Christian Horner's ass by having Hamilton finish second of the championship. Now, let's make no mistake about it. Second's no fucking good to you at the end of the day. It's a lot of bollocks. Okay? However, in Formula 1, it's slightly different because the higher up you finish, the more points you get. The more points you get, the more revenue you get for keeping the lights on, for keeping the whole show going. So there is a benefit, an added a huge meaning, you could say, for the teams to finish up high as possible. So number one, but I don't think that's the problem for Mercedes. They've got plenty of money, Lord knows. However, I do think they would love nothing more to just shove it up Christian Horner's ass. Because I do, as I've said, guys, before, I don't think that Perez is getting the equipment from Red Bull because he knows the driving style of that car. He knows how to drive the fucking thing. He was driving it really well at the top of the field at the start of the year. He didn't just, oh my god, how do I do this again? He didn't forget. The driving style didn't change. So he knows what to do. And I still think, I mean, Perez is in second with 20-point lead over Hamilton. So he's still in a good position here to finish second. Now, I still think, all right, Hamilton, Mercedes, and Toto Wolff, they'd love nothing more than to have Hamilton finish second, be the sandwich between the two boys, the two Red Bulls, and that'll probably piss Christian Horner off. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. Probably Drive to Survive will be very interesting if this all unfolds and crashes, we could say. Not crashes, physical crashes, but you know what I mean. And Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, they think they've got a good car, they're saying. I mean, it's a good car, but I mean, they're so unpredictable, Ferrari. I can't make heads or tails from these boys. I really can't. I don't know where to go with these fellas. I cannot predict where they're going to be in Brazil. Nope. Forget it. Forget it. They could take fucking pole. They could be 15th on the grid. God only knows. I give up. I genuinely give up trying to predict where Ferrari are going to be this weekend. I think you're going to have Verstappen at the top. I think Perez will be around there and thereabouts. And I think Hamilton and Russell will be right up there. I think they're the two teams really to look out for. Hey, Ferrari, maybe. Who knows? But I'm going to go with Verstappen for the win, Perez second, and Hamilton third. Yeah. That's what I'm going to go with today, guys. Verstappen for the win, Perez second, Hamilton third. Now, it could be very interesting. Hamilton could take Perez. So that's going to be, I think it's going to be a great weekend, guys. Genuinely, because Brazil always brings some good racing. I would say 95% of the races over through the years, there's always been some entertainment and action. So definitely, guys, don't miss out on the action this weekend. It's going to be a good one, and especially that it's on. They're on the Western time, so it'll probably be on here for any of my Australian, New Zealand listeners. It's going to probably be too late. I don't know what time it is for you guys. For anybody in Europe, it's going to be like Sunday night, so at least you can do things during the day, which is good. And any of my American and Canadian listeners, well, look, obviously, yeah, it's on in Brazil. Pretty much the same time zone as you guys. So that will be interesting. Very interesting. So ladies and gentlemen, Verstappen for the lead, or for the win, Perez in second, Hamilton third. I'll be back on Monday morning with the reaction from Brazil. Let's enjoy, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Peter. Walsh.